Hi everyone, and welcome to another testimonial from Hilde Larsen. I am here with an amazing client and member. This is Tor. He's been working with me and beside me, I would say, for 1.5 years at least, going on his 2nd year. And it's amazing to see what he's going through. I mean, we're living in this world all together, and we are not only taking in toxins, but we are stressing toxins into our body, we're eating them, and we've been, we're inherited all that crap from our parents. There's no coming around it. So all we can do is just look at ourselves as a solution, but it's a brave one to take. I mean, I honor everyone that is going to walk this walk that has lived some years with this. This is not an easy fix. Nothing comes overnight. All we can do is try to cleanse this vehicle and make it as amazing as it can be. I'm Hilde Larsen. I'm a health and detox specialist. Most of all, I'm a life enthusiast. I'm also an author of 3 books. I'm a speaker, and right now I'm here with Tor. And Tor, how in the world did you end up finding me out of anyone out there? Because I'm guessing it was on internet, because I didn't see you at the grocery store one day.
No, I found you through my wife. It was Marianne, who have been following you on Facebook for 8 or 10 years or something, and seen some amazing stuff you have been doing, both to your own health and you have really fought through some tough health issues in your life. And she has told me on and off for those 8 years about what you've done, and all of a sudden she showed me your pages, and I was feeling tired and sick and tired and all those things, and then Marianne told me about the transition to raw, and I thought, well, what have I to lose? So I just jumped into it, transitioned from sad diet to raw in a week's time, April 2017. And since then I haven't looked back. That was, so I just threw myself in one of your coaching programs, Hilde. So I got a lot of very, very valuable coaching. I was scared to death of doing this all brute, so I thought this would kill me, of course. But so I was on your back every day and every week for 3 months to get assurance that I would survive, and you said I will survive, and well, here I am 2 years later, and I did survive. So I'm still on only fruits and some leafy greens, but almost only fruits. And it has been an amazing journey. It's been much more than I ever thought. Of course, there have been challenges, and I have been not feeling well at all, because detox is tough. I am now, I guess, 57 years or something, I don't remember, but anyway, I have not been eating very well at all for my first 55 years. So I have had health issues from childhood, all my life, a lot of infections and pimples and pains and aches and fatigues, but just kept on eating bread and drinking milk, not understanding what was good for my health. So and I ended up with a fatigue that crushed me totally, and I haven't been in work for 4 years, and so I have not eaten well, and I have stressed a lot, because I had so high ambitions. I reached very long in my working career, but very, very, very much stress, and I didn't eat fruits, I didn't eat vegetables, I only ate bread, milk, and all the processed stuff you usually get. I thought I was eating quite healthy, but now I've learned it wasn't very healthy at all.
Yeah, we all were. And I remember Tor coming to me, because you really were a high achiever, and that is hard for many of us. And I say us because I recognize you as this amazingly strong person. And what can save you is, of course, that you take that same determination into your new regime and diet. But I have to tell everybody watching, this is not the norm, and not necessarily what is recommended for everyone to jump from a SAD to a fruit diet. Because Tor, he was a stubborn one because he was used to making it. So when he was scared, and it's the same way that I was, when I was scared, and somebody said to me, well, you can slow down, you can do this. No, that's not the answer you're looking for. All you want to know is, can I go? I mean, just tell me, is it possible to go? I said, yeah, you can, but it will hurt, and we need to monitor you. Okay, then I'm going. So that is the determination gene that you have within you, and that is what a lot of people call willpower. It just means that you have less clutter in your mind that is going to sabotage what your intent is. And your intent was, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right. If this is safe enough, then I'm going to do it. Just show me how, and please answer my this, because my brain needs to understand. Yeah. But I remember, you know, the fatigue, and I looked into your eyes, and it was a lot of lymphatic stagnation. So that is all the years of built up lymph. And I know that you, more than anyone, can tell who's listening a little bit about detoxification symptoms and what that feels like, because your body has gone through, you know, kind of breaking down or getting rid of all the old and damaged cells. And being in the middle of that process can be not only scary, but not fun. Especially when you're an adult, you know, you're a tall man, and all you want to do is kind of be a half macho, do the lawn with an open shirt, and all of a sudden you feel everything's kind of falling apart. Would that be the right way to say it? How have you dealt with that for others to? And I mean, I'm really proud of you because you are dealing with it. Nothing is stopping you, Tor.
No, that's very true, and it has been partly very unpleasant because I lost a lot of weight and all my muscles are gone. And it has been scary, and it still is a bit scary. But now my mind is I'm so sure that this is the right way, and I understand it will take time because 55 years of abuse plus my parents' bad health at the top of that, it will take time. So that's okay, but. I have sought advice from Hilde and reassurance, and I have also read about others doing much the same and coming back. This is a process. You need to degenerate your body before you regenerate it, and the degeneration part is not fun at all, because then you feel weak, and then you feel when you eat fruit for a year, then you think, oh, now I'm going to show everybody how I'm jumping around and being the fittest and strongest of everybody, and then you all of a sudden feel you're not at all the fittest and strongest. So it's a tough one, but you just have to stay away from people, at least in a certain degree, so it doesn't affect you too much what other things think. So you need to.
But you have visibly noticed that things are leaving you, mucus and from your bowels, and
yes, my bowels are still moving. I have a lot of bowel movements, too much in my opinion, but it's moving, and but I still not filter I filter a bit through my kidneys, but not as much as I would like, and I do dry and I do all the things, but I still think this is a tough one for me to get through. So I'm still stuffed with lymphatic waste that isn't leaving the body as fast as I would like it to. But it does eventually, and I'm on the right path, and I know it. And the most important thing is my mind. That's clear. My mind is so much clearer, and I have a totally different outlook on life. And I trust myself. I trust my body. I don't need so much reassurance from others, because I believe this is the right way. So even though I feel the detox with all the nausea and all the, I feel a bit toxified inside, but although those feelings are not fun, I still feel in my mind that this is going the right way. I know this is going the right way, and I understand it will take time. And I'm no, and now I also, a very important insight is that before I thought, well, if I cooked or something, I would gain nutrition I don't get from fruit or some leafy greens. But now I say, what nutrition? There isn't any nutrition I don't get from fruits and some leafy greens. There's nothing. There's only dead and processed stuff my body don't need at all. So to not be thinking about what I'm missing from not eating like others, it's very good to not go and think about that all the time, because I don't anymore.
And I noticed your awareness has shifted completely from the first day we spoke. It's not only the belief in what you're doing, but it's, you know, you're much clearer, and it is an awakening. I always say that. It's not really, you know, a physical healing as much as it actually is an awakening. And the physical healing is just one of the effects that's going to happen when we allow ourselves to wake up to what life really is. And that is what's going to take you, you know, everywhere you want to go, because this is not only about the diet, it's about evaluating your whole life. And I'm sure that going through this process, from the job that you had and the work you've been doing and how your life was set up, do you feel like now you're looking at your life differently, and the life that you are going to lead moving forward might not look exactly like the one you came from?
Yes, yes. I'm looking totally different at my life, and it's so much brighter. It's so much. It's so much more enjoyable thinking about life now and in the future. So, but it's important to say as well, it's not an easy ride, and no. The longer down you have run your body, the longer time I guess it will take to get it back to. Yeah. So. And
that's why it's so important not to look towards too many others, because everybody's on their own journey, you know, everyone. I mean, for someone, maybe they do 6 weeks or 6 months and they got over whatever it was that was obstructing them. And then you have other ones, and the mindset is big. I mean, rigid mindsets, a lot of knowledge and a lot of stress, you know, it takes time to break up as well. It took me years and years and years. And not a lot of people want to talk about that because they're afraid of scaring people off. Well, I'm like, you can't be scared of getting rid of your old crap. I mean, if you've lived a life of trauma and detrimental experiences on top of a sad diet and being born with, you know, very weak genes, it's not going to take you 6 months. It might take you 6 years, but that will still not be a negative or something that should be disencouraging. It should be encouraging in the same way, because even you or even them or even then, all of us still have the potential. Time is what it is, and we're always the solution, and we easily get stuck in the sense of time and the sense of it comes from comparing with others. If not, we wouldn't have the sense of time if we didn't know why or how it should take. It's like a tree standing around being bored because it isn't spring yet. You know, as long as we draw back to the now moment, that's really all that there is. And I still believe that going through the nausea, and you know how much I've gone through, and I am still working my own physical vehicle in changing my vibration, and I'm pushing to learn and experiment more. And just from having a different outlook on what's going on changes everything. Like they say, first you get happy, then you get healthy. You don't get healthy first and then wait to get happy, because that would mean that everybody walking around that seemingly look happy, no healthy, would be happy, and they're not. You know, actually it's not even connected. So, but it looks that way when you feel down, that, you know, as long as this goes away, I will feel better and then I'll be happy. But it's all about finding the peace and quiet in what you're doing, you know. And I think that's what you're probably doing now. You're not as eager anymore, looking every week to see why didn't, you know, this and this happen this week.
Yeah, that's true. Yes. So No, but this is just, and I don't ever regret going into this journey. So even if I'm not feeling fit as a fiddle every day, it's still, I know this is the right way to go. And I'm very grateful to you, Hilde, for supporting me when I was the most scared and uncertain. So it was you and one other person I followed, and you both reassured me in a way that made me go for this. And that's good. That's very good.
Yeah. And at the end, I just wanted to touch, because you are also a member tour. Can you tell anyone, did that mean anything? I mean, is that because a lot of people will gain something from being in a community and having extra resources and having the focus that's in there.
Yeah, the membership group has meant a lot to me, both because I learn from others, and I also learn from what I myself answer. And I know Hilde sometimes you even said I answer too much, because I'm not a specialist, and of course I'm not a specialist. So I try to answer from my own experiences and never from any truth, but just from what I have myself experienced. But I think the community is very valuable. The group, it's a home, it's a place you feel safe, it's a place you share your experiences, and you learn a lot. So it's very good to have this group. It's really the best. I try not to be too much on Facebook, as it's just stressful, but if I go somewhere, it's in the membership group.
And now Tor's talking about the Facebook group that's connected to the membership site, but being a member really has nothing to do with Facebook, but you can be added. So there's a membership group that just has a lot of value in courses and the challenges and videos and articles. So you're probably one of the oldest members. I think you're probably one of the first members that ever signed up when it opened.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so.
So maybe you'll get a special gift this year.
Let's hope so.
Well, it was an honor to have you here. Is there anything else you want to say? If not, that's fine too. And I really thank you for wanting to step up and forth and tell people that we're just real people going through this, and that support is important, and we are what we are, and we do our best. But you do feel better. I do know you have more energy. I do know you have a different outlook. And I've seen you, come a long way. So, Yes.
No, I'm happy as it is. The support is very important, and both the membership group, as you say, Hilde, with all the resources there, but also the Facebook group, I think.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh, and your pain. How about your pain? Because you had swollen here and there, a little arthritic joints.
I had a lot of pains, and it's kind of flu-like pains. It came so often, but it has for most of the time it's left. But now I got it back through detox or healing crisis or whatever.
Yeah. But it doesn't, like in your daily life, it's different. Or you feel like you have less pain. Yeah.
Yes, it's not as often as it was. So now but now I recognize it as detox or healing crisis, which is a different experience, even though I don't like it. Yeah.
I know. Well, thank you for being here, and have a great day in Spain, you lucky man. That's a blessing. And thank you so much. And thank you all for watching. Back soon. Okay, bye.